speech. And I really liked your icebreaker speech. Thank you so much. Yes, I think some other people did too. The reasons why I liked it. You didn't have any notes. That was a good job. You came up here with, you knew your speech. And that was really good for icebreaker. Also, you were very organized. Who am I? What do I have? And who I want to be. I really like that. You had good organization. You were very open. I feel like we really got to know him. And he was very clear in his slides. A great example of an icebreaker speech. And you were so funny. Oh my goodness. The kind of strange humor thing. I guess maybe I have it too. I really enjoyed the humor that came out of your speech. So thank you. Great slides. Yeah, I think others liked it too. And I love your quotes. You had some really nice quotes to think about. Collecting efforts over collecting wins. I think I need to walk out of here thinking that. The goal is not to win, right? It's not, I mean, there's so many quotes about that, but I like what you did. Okay, you asked me to be hard on you. Okay, here I go. When you started your speech, and you said it a couple times in the speech, I will tell you now, I was going to do this. You said this at the beginning. I was going to do a speech like this. I want to tell you. You know, sometimes we do that because we're not quite sure how to start our speech. Don't say that. Just go forward. Instead of saying, you know, I was going to do a speech today on this and this, and then no one knows that. We don't know what you did last week. So you don't need to say that. You can just walk in and start speaking like, I want to tell you today about who I am. I mean, it was kind of a nice segue, but you don't have to do it. You did it in the middle of your speech too, and you don't need to do that. And so that would be the main thing that I would give you today for your next speech. I look forward to it, and I really think you did a great job.
Really precise feedback. I really loved your advice, and I completely agree with it. I also do it sometimes. You know, I wanted to do this, and then someone says to me, you don't need to say it. I'm like, oh, okay. Nobody knows. All right, so our second evaluator is Yernur, evaluating our second speaker, Sandugash. Please welcome.
Before I start my evaluation of Sandugash's speech, I would like to address to all of you guys, especially to all the speakers tonight. So my question is, what's wrong with your voices? Why? So quiet. I know I'm not a young person, I'm quite old, and I have some problems with hearing. But I'm sitting in the first row and I can barely hear you. What's wrong with your voices? All the speakers here, all the roll takers, all the, I don't know, all the speakers. Where's your voices? You really need to work on that. The stage is saying, whenever you come to the stage, that get the things together, and just raise your voice and make sure you are speaking loudly enough so that everyone can hear you. Okay? And this is related to Sandugash as well, actually. Just one question. How many projects or speeches did you do before tonight?
This is the third level.
Sorry?
Third speech.
Third speech. Okay.
Oh, third level.
Level 3.
She's in third level of
I see. All right. Well, if it's third speech, then it's fine. If it was like 10 speech, I would have been much harder. But I will be honest. To be honest with you, it was like an okay speech. It wasn't the best speech. It wasn't even a good speech. Because I see you are capable. I see you are smart. But somehow, you didn't do your best. Although, I truly believe that you could have done it. So the first thing is how the whole speech was organized. I don't think it was the best idea, like a theory about the negotiations and the winter renovation of your house. By the way, the renovation of the house is a good story, but you could have delivered it in a totally different way, in much funnier way, I guess. But what I liked in your speech was that you were trying to make some jokes. I think over the time you will get much better with the jokes, and make sure next time always to add the jokes in your speeches. So that's the one thing. The next thing, now the timer is waving the red card. You actually exceeded your time, so I have like 30 seconds. So that's my advice to you. Work on your vocal variety. Make sure you are selecting the right topic. Make sure you're organizing your speech better way. Thank you.
Great evaluation. I think sometimes we need some evaluators who are going to push our speakers to do their best, and I really appreciate it.
Now your voice is getting up. It's good.
It was better also before you. Okay, so our current evaluator is Timur evaluating Nassim. Please welcome.
Hello everyone, Aizhan. It was your good speech. Your body language was good, but not so good. It will be better if you not use note in your hands. Your usage on stage was good. Your gestures were good, but it will be better if you not use notes in your hands. And you can work on variety of voice and on volume of voice. So my main advice to you, not use notes. I am a great example now, but only now. When I give my speeches, I don't use notes. I just use points in my head and some keywords. So slides, you say that today I'm without slides, but I'm with notes. It will be better if you will be with slides, but without notes. Because slides can be your notes. You can watch on slides and remember what you have to say. And slides add interest to speech. Slides clarify speech because we are all here not native, and sometimes we not understand what people say in English. And slides clarify speeches. So when you spend time to find place in notes, when you look at these notes, so it's not good. I can give you advice. You can ask people close their eyes and then see notes and read your notes, and then in the end of the speech you can get rid of note and say, oh, okay, now you can open your eyes. It will be good. People don't know that you use notes. But it is bad advice. I give you good advice. Use points. Use points and keywords. You can use, for example, main points of your speech, keywords, and told freely, told from your heart. You will much more confident than when I saw you last time. I think it was months ago. Your confidence grow. I think it will be grow more, and eventually you get rid of these little wheels on your bicycle. Knots. It's like for children, little wheels, you know, on the bicycle. Knots. And eventually you get rid of them. Generally, it was like lecture from you. But we are not in university. We're here for entertaining. We must entertain people. So if you want to teach people something, you must do it with entertaining. We all must think of pleasure of public in the first round. But your topic was very interesting. I want to ask you, it is your thoughts here. You made it on your own, yes. So you can do great content. Now you must work on performance, and it will be too great. Great content, great performance, like no always say. So thank you for your speech.
All right. So our next Please welcome.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for inviting and thank you for your speech, Konstantin. In general, I liked it. So we'll start from news. So your posture, I liked it very much. You're standing here like that. I really like it. It reminded me like an old neighbor who started telling something, look, you should do like this. I like it. It's your style, and you should use it. I like it the way you stood. The only thing is you should use the space. I would recommend the next time to use the space, be more active. And facial expression, I like it. There is something, I saw the potential there, but we'll find out later after a couple of speeches. But you have potential using your face, the way you look, the way you, when you think, how your eyes or eyebrows move. That I really like. It was like engaging to observe it, which is good actually. You should use this tool. It's your, yeah, okay, what else? Voice modulation, as Yernur already mentioned, so everybody should work on it, make it clear that everybody listens. So you have to speak in the way that, especially the first row, shouldn't have any problems with following you speak. That's very important. It's for everyone. You started in a classical way by asking a question, which is good actually. It's not prohibited, so you immediately got the attention of the audience, which is good. And topics which you touched upon were very close to me. The first one is sleep. Problem is sleeping. I got 4 kids, twins, and I know what is it. You know? I go to sleep at 2 p.m., a.m., and wake up at 8. And I have been having this problem for a long time. When you started telling this problem and showing the pie chart with a couple of statistics, and it evoked certain emotions in me, because nowadays it's getting better for me. I'm starting going to bed before 12, which is good, but still, when you touch this topic, I thought, oh, recently I had this problem. And it is good that you evoke this emotion. What else? Let's see, the role of music, okay, and visual aids. They were not a lot, but it was really nice. It reminded me of the speech of the first Canadian astronaut who traveled to space. His name is Chris Hadfield, and he gave a speech on TED Talk in 2014, and he used a lot of visual aids. And it was phenomenal, because these visual aids helped the audience to travel with him to the space. And I think you should use this. The first SpongeBob, I see, yes. I mean, I like it because my daughters adore cartoons, and again, it clicked with me, especially with me. And I really like it. And you should work on this as well. Nice special visual aids without data or sentence, just photo something, and especially after the rain. You talked about the rain yesterday. I was driving that time home. I was lucky that I got into the car. Then it started raining, so it was okay. But still, when I was driving, I was a little bit nervous. And again, when you remind the story, it clicked with me. I really liked it. So you have potential. So you should work on it. Make your voice clear. Use pauses. You know, intonation is very important. It's good with your facial expression. Use the space. It's your place. It's your time. 5 to 7 minutes. Do your best. And at the beginning, what I would like to say, people would forget what you have said. People would forget what you have done. But people would never forget what kind of emotions you have evoked with your speech. Thank you for your attention.
Such a great evaluation, isn't it? So our last evaluator is Amir, evaluating our last speaker.
John. Hi. How are you? Aizhan. Today when you give me this list, you can say, you say me, don't destroy me today. Last meeting when I destroyed Nurbolat. But today I don't have reason to destroy you. Today I have a reason only to praise you. I'm enjoyed and inspired by your speech. You explain and you're showing very well story about, to be honest, I don't know about it, and Paralympic champions from Chinese. I know a lot of story about poor man who is from poor family, but it was really inspiring, incredible, amazing. Aizhan, I don't have words for your speech. Everything was well. Audience were inspired from you, and everything 504 points. You did it. Really. Your project inspired audience. Audience, you're inspired to Aizhan. Okay. And it was best speech that I'm hearing current time. Thank you.
Evaluation session is ended.